All right, so this video that I'm making is going to show you how to use artificial intelligence, AI, to learn something that you don't know right now, but maybe it's something you need to write in a report or whatnot. And you want to learn about it and you want to write it in a way where it's not going to basically be a copy-paste from AI and then the detectors are going to snag you. So I'm going to go to Gemini, which I think is an excellent AI tool. One of the reasons I like Gemini because as I make this video, which is November 2025, because Gemini is a Google AI, it tends to have the most recent information in its database. I think some of the other ones like ChatGPT and Claude and the other ones might be a few weeks behind. Again, that can change any moment, but as of right now, I think Gemini has the most recent information. So suppose I'm in a class and the topic is density and the professor asks me, provide a career that the person needs to have a mastery in density and explain how they use it. So I might do something like this. List careers where the concept of density is very important. All right, so I'm getting, a bunch of different things here, right? Oceanographer, atmospheric sciences, something like that. Videos. Okay, so there's a bunch of different things here. So I might say something like, all right, tell me more about why density is important in oceanographers and atmospheric scientists. All right, so in oceanography, I can see that density determines whether the air is going to be rising or sinking, stratification in the ocean. I'm studying all this. I know some of this stuff. So I'm pretending I'm a student. I don't know this, but I'm learning it. I'm learning it. I'm learning it. Okay. Da, 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 da. Pressure and wind. Okay. All right. So I could even do something like this. I could say, outline the above results. All right, so now you see it's kind of chopping through a lot of the text there, and so I could print this, and then I could sort of write it a little bit from that outline, help me to study, okay? But what I would recommend doing is, after you study this, okay, you open up a Word document, okay, and just write in this blank Word document what you just learned, but don't look at the content. So, density is an important concept for both oceanographers and for atmospheric scientists. Ocean water that is colder is more dense and tends to sink. Warmer water is less dense and tends to float. The global oceanic conveyor belt is driven by these sinking and rising currents of water. In weather forecasting, Air that is less dense tends to rise, while air that is more dense tends to sink. Warmer air rises and eventually turns into clouds and precipitation. Cooler air tends to sink and, let's spell this right. The cooler air tends to sink and cause clearer, drier weather. You know, and I can do more, okay? But now let's see the difference with a AI checker. That if I go back and let's kill this. If I go back and I were to just do this, let's say I copy this. Okay, so let me just say I copy that, and then I go into an AI checker. We'll do, let's just do GPT-0. If I paste that in there and I say scan, look at that, AI, highly generated AI. All right, so now let's go back. And take my text, which I learned from that AI stuff, and I put my stuff in. Hopefully it's enough words to check, but basic scan. And look, human. So you see how I used Gemini to learn the information, but then I opened up a Word document without looking at my information, and I wrote it from my memory. I wrote it from my brain. That is how you use AI to learn the information, but AI is not going to write the information for you. So just like back in the old days, if you did Google and website had the information, you couldn't just copy and paste the words on the website. Even slight paraphrasing isn't going to cut it. So use AI to sort of do all the searching for you, bring it to you in a nice package, study that package, and then open up a blank Word document and write what you learned by doing your research. And if you do that, you're going to have the information that you want, and it's always going to appear to be in your own words because it is.